The Arkansas Travelers are off to a good start this year. They're working their way up in the standings. They won 2 games in a row, and then tonight they came back and they won another game, which is certainly a good thing. We love seeing that. But the team is also making headlines off the field. My co-anchor Kevin Kelly made it to Dickey-Stephens Park and joins us live to tell us why a recent promotion is generating a whole lot of buzz, and not just in the minor leagues. Kevin.
Now batting for the Arkansas Travelers, number 16, Kevin Kelly.
Donna, I've always wanted to do that. There's nobody here at the ballpark right now. That's because the game is over. But there's still a lot to celebrate. As you mentioned, the Travs beat the Naturals tonight for the 3rd consecutive night in a row. They won 5-0. But let's talk about the celebration, because off the field, the Travs are making history. In fact, as we speak, there is a new general manager, the first ever for the Travs. And not only is she trying to make her name for herself in this new arena, but she's also carving the way for other women who might want to step up to the plate and take a crack at making the big leagues.
A well-orchestrated team is hard at work, popping buttery popcorn, dipping and frying corn dogs.
You kind of shake it around to make sure there's batter all over it.
Wiping down seats.
I got 13 handfuls. Which one?
And making last-minute preps to the infield. As fans pour into Dickey-Stephens Park on opening day,
Okay, real quick, guys.
the person in charge of overseeing this controlled chaos,
Did anybody ever get out here to fix the elevator?
27-year-old Sophie Ozier,
How are you guys?
the Travs' first ever female GM.
As a little girl growing up in Illinois, did you ever envision this day, you being a general manager of a minor league baseball team?
No. Not at all.
As a young child, Sophie enjoyed playing basketball, softball, and volleyball in her small hometown of Cerro Gordo, which is about 150 miles northeast of St. Louis. But it was watching Cardinals games with her family that she realized baseball was her passion.
A lot of people kind of laughed whenever I said, you know, I want to work for the Cardinals or I want to work for a professional baseball team. And they're like, okay, sure, kid. Go for it.
Despite people doubting she could make it, she hit the ground running. In 2015, when she was just 20 years old, she landed an internship with Fox Sports Midwest. That same year, she also worked for the Metro Collegiate Baseball League.
Hi, I didn't see you earlier.
1 year later, she interned with the St. Louis Blues hockey team. Then landed another internship with the River City Rascals, a professional baseball team in the Frontier League. The entire time, fully aware of obstacles and pushback she might face in a sport long dominated by men.
I try to not look at it that way. You know, I'm a person trying to pursue a career in sports, not a female trying to pursue a career in sports.
So you've been here since 2011.
Grew up at Waywinder.
Travs CEO Rusty Meeks immediately recognized her potential.
What was it about her that she was bringing to the table that appealed to the Travs?
I think Sophie just has her demeanor, just very confident. She just makes really good, sound decisions. She loves being out here. She loves baseball, and she's just very confident.
I have really good news for you. The AC is not working in either of the clubhouses right now.
You're kidding me.
That's what Warren just texted me.
Since joining the Travs in 2017, she's worked practically every position in the front office, except one. That changed in November of last year, when the Travs officially gave her the title of general manager.
Hi.
Of the 121 teams in minor league baseball, only 4 other women have earned that title. Sophie is the 5th.
I used to go to baseball winter meetings and there were like no females there. And now I go and I mean, it's closer to 40-60, which that's a lot of progress. But the real change starts to happen when the rooms where the decisions are being made, you need more women in those rooms. And we're getting there.
When it comes to gender parity, the minor leagues are way ahead of the game. The majors, however, are playing catch-up. In November, Kim Ng made history as the first female Major League Baseball general manager. And last month, Alyssa Nakin became the first woman to coach on the field in Major League history.
I believe that the culture is definitely changing, and women are getting opportunities in these positions, and they deserve them.
Sophie loves the Travs and what she calls the small feeling of working in the minor leagues. So for now, this young and rising star is just fine with where she is in the Travs starting lineup.
I don't know where I'll be in 5 years or 10 years, but I know that this job has been really challenging, which I like a good challenge, and I'm excited to do it.
She's definitely excited to do it. Now, I should point out that Sophie isn't the only female on the Travs roster. In fact, there are 3 others. There's a physical trainer who also has an intern who works for her, and then there's also a video intern. So if you include Sophie in those 3, the team has a total of 4 females who are on the roster. So fair to say, Donna, both on the field and off the field, the Travs are ahead of the curve.